Well, there's a new book out called Secret Northwest Indiana, Guide to the Weird, Wonderful, and Obscure. We're joined now by the author, Joseph Pete. Good morning to you.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
Hey, thanks for being with us. So you live in Northwest Indiana.
Oh,
So
absolutely. I'm
obviously,
a
so the inspiration comes from your time there. Did you grow up there, and how did you come up with the idea for the book?
Yes, I'm a Northwest Indiana native. I'd written on a previous travelogue for the publisher out of St. Louis, and they had asked me to do another book, kind of focusing on the weird, the wonderful, and the obscure. It's meant to kind of highlight the hidden histories of Northwest Indiana, more unusual, off the beaten path places, shipwrecks off of Lake Michigan, early submarine experiments under Lake Michigan, ghost towns that were kind of lost to history. It's just got a lot of unusual places, such as the Nike missile bases that were intended to defend against like Soviet bombers. One's like a paintball camp now. Others are headquarters for the National Dunes Park. It kind of just highlights a lot of the unusual places, whether it's whether it's like the Roy Boy tattoo parlor, where the famous tattoo artist, had once kept tigers and tattooed like rock stars like Lenny Kravitz and Steven Tyler, or there was a German POW camp in the south suburbs in Glenwood where they had kept prisoners of war, where they had them pick and pickle onions. And
Wow.
it's kind of a mixture between a travelogue and a history book, where it kind of tries to bring to life historical figures like the grandfather of Flight, Octave Chanute, who sailed hang gliders over the dunes and helped inspire the Wright brothers. Diana of the Dunes, who helped inspire, preservation and the preservation of the dunes. And
So you did your homework, clearly.
Right.
How long did it take you to research all these places?
Oh, it was. I've covered Northwest Indiana for more than a year, but I spent more than a year researching the book. I traveled all over to the region, from the industrial cities to the suburbs to the rural areas, to really explore it for this book. I had so much fun like writing it. I actually got kicked out of a couple places trying to research them, but scaled to the top of dunes. Went to the bottom of bogs in search of like carnivorous pitcher plants that are very rare. There's one orchid species in the dunes, which is home to more orchid species than the entire state of Hawaii, but it grows only on the slope of only on one slope of one dune in the entire national park. And I just scoured cemeteries in search of unusual gravestones, such as of the original Little Oscar, George Molkin, region native, who popularized kind of the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile and things of that nature. But it was I really just explored all of Northwest Indiana to put together this book.
Well, it's really a great book, and oftentimes we just think of Northwest Indiana, we think of the dunes,
Right.
we think of some of those industrial cities, but I was perusing the book, and there's so many little tidbits in here, like Crown Point was kind of like the marrying capital of the world. It was kind of like our own little Las Vegas in terms of getting married.
Oh, absolutely, yes. You had the courthouse was long known as the marriage mill. You had Rudy, like a very popular Hollywood actor at the time, Rudy Valentino, Muhammad Ali, Joe DiMaggio, many others had flocked there over the years to kind of get like a quickie marriage, because there are very few restrictions with obtaining that. So it was, and like that's one thing the book strives to do. It not only tells people about the history, but kind of where they can go today to learn more about, say, like John Dillinger's escapades in Crown Point, or where Henry Chandler Cole invented ecology. He was the University of Chicago professor who was so captivated with the biodiversity of the dunes, he jumped off a moving train to kind of study the flora and fauna better. But it tells you about the marriage mill and kind of where you can go to learn more about it today.
I loved one of the rules of the marriage mill, Elizabeth. You just couldn't be drunk when you got married.
Okay.
Right?
All right.
Yes.
Simple enough.
Yeah, they were very lax.
Simple
Very
enough. Where
lax
can we
back
get the
in
book?
day.
Oh, absolutely. It's available at bookstores across Northwest Indiana, places like Miles Books, Green Door Books, Indie Bang Bang, and of course online retailers like Amazon, Barnes & Nobles.
Great.
Usually with this publisher, it's at most of the Barnes & Nobles in the Chicago area.
Perfect. This is good.
But
Good for the start
any
of
bookstore in
summer.
Northwest Indiana.
Perfect. Joseph Pete, thanks so much.